can we please welcome to the Bababel stage the wonderful Nick Denman.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to have fun with numbers. You up for that?
Yes.
Excellent. Because you're having it whether you want it or not. I mean, the world is run by numbers. We are defined by numbers. You want to get in touch with somebody, you don't have to know their number. You want to buy something, you either need your credit card number or your bank account number. Every year we celebrate our own birth and add one to our own number. In fact, we're going to be looking at some birthday numbers in a bit, and they've got numbers. And then, during that, we're going to see if we can find any birthday twins here tonight. That might be interesting. And if you're still awake after that, I'm going to tell you how to win the lottery. Yes, sort of. Okay, so let's get started and look at these birthday cards. Look at all those lovely numbers on the birthday cards. So, I'll explain how it works. My birthday was just before Christmas on the 21st. So the birthday cards that relate to my birthday are the ones with 21 on them, which are A, C and E. Now I was going to say in an earlier draft, that must make me an ace sort of gun. But when I did a run through last night, I was advised to not do that. So anyway, out of interest, is there anybody else here? Do I have a birthday twin? Anybody have their birthday on the 21st of December?
Yeah.
Oh! We have a birthday twin already. That's lovely. Thank you. You look quite young. I wonder if we're actually born on the same year. We'll check later. Let's see if we've got any other birthday twins in the audience tonight. Would anybody else like to tell me which of those birthday cards relate to the date of their birthday, please? Have we got any hands up? Anyone prepared to tell me what we've got here? Yes, sir.
A, B, D, E.
A, B, D and E, 27th.
Yes.
Excellent. So what month may I ask?
August.
August. Anyone else born on the 27th of August? No, no birthday twin. Now, I am fairly confident we will find at least one more birthday twin tonight. In fact...
There's someone here. There was someone.
Really?
Yeah.
We have another birthday twin already. Excellent. But do meet up in the interval and find out if actually you were twins separated at birth. Who knows? I'm actually going to stick my foot out here and say, I'm going to say that we might even find yet another, a third pair of birthday twins. Who knows? In fact, I'm so confident, all you lovely people, I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. You see that bar over there? If we don't find another pair of birthday twins in the next 5 minutes, I am going to buy one person a drink. So let's keep going. Let's see if we can find some more. Anybody else like to tell me yes, ma'am?
B.
Just B, the second. Which month? May I ask?
December.
2nd of December. Anyone else born on the 2nd of December? No. Sorry. Let's try another. Yes, ma'am.
A, B, C.
A, B, C, the 7th.
Yes.
Excellent. Which month?
December.
December again. Lots of December birthdays. Anyone else born on the 7th of December? Yeah, lovely! Excellent. I don't have to buy another drink. Fantastic. How about over here? Anyone else want to play this game? Anyone tell me which birthday cards relate to their birthday?
A, B, C, and E.
A, B, C, and E. 23rd.
Yeah.
Of which month?
May.
May. 23rd of May. Any birthday twins? No. Let's try one or two more, perhaps. What have we got? Yes.
D.
About our virgin.
Yes.
Sorry, which one?
D and E.
Just D and E, 24th?
Yes.
Excellent. Which month?
January.
January, 24th January. Any other? Yes! No?
No.
No, just Tim putting his hand up. You're special, clearly. Okay. I mean, birthdays, people sharing birthdays is quite quite interesting. I was quite confident this was going to happen, despite the fact there being potentially 366 different possible birthdays. Some people were born on a leap year. And in this room this evening, I reckon there are 116 of us. So it's quite possible that we all spread out and nobody shared birthday. But I remember being told once that how many people you need to have in a room for there to be a greater than... Don't shout out, please, if you know this one. Just sit there and look smug. But how many people do you think you need in a room for there to be a greater than 50% chance that two people share a birthday? Now, have a think. Maybe tell the person next to you what number you think you might need in the room. 365 days in a year. I'll give you a clue. If you have 366 people, you would definitely have two, but more 367, I suppose, definitely have at least two people who share a birthday. But how many do you think you need in a room for there to be a greater than 50% chance that at least two of them share a birthday? I remember being amazed when I was told this. A common response is about 180, because half a year, then you sort of cover half of them. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, if you have 23 people in a room, there's a better than 50% chance that two of them share a birthday. Isn't that fascinating? I remember not even believing that, going home and checking it and doing the sums. And they are correct. In fact, it's 22 almost, that's it, very close. 23 is significantly over 50% chance. If you've got 70 people in a room, then there's a 99.5% chance that at least two of them share a birthday. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, well, thank you. Most of you are still awake, that's fantastic. But I think we'd like to know how to win the lottery now, so let's move on. Enough of birthdays. Okay, how to win the lottery. So, I'm only going to be talking this evening about the main lotto draws on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Not interested in the euro and million, that's a really complicated, weird thing. But there are some fascinating numbers connected with the lottery. And really useful if you're a maths teacher as well. So for the main lottery, you have to choose 6 numbers from 1 to 59. I'm sure some of you know this. And what are the chances of winning? Well, you have to work out how many different combinations there are of 6 numbers out of 59. And mathematicians would call that a combination, not a permutation, because the order doesn't matter. No matter which order you put them on the ticket or which order they come out of the machine, it's just the combination that matters. And next time you're at home with your son doing his homework, next time you're at home with your grandson doing his homework, just get him to try his calculator and find the NCR button. Maths combinations. N, total number, C for combinations, R, the number you want to find. So if you press 59C6, you come up with a number of combinations that are 6 things out of 59. And the answer, as you can see on the screen, is 45,057,474. So the chance of one ticket winning is 1 in over 45 million. It's not going to happen, is it? That's why you're all here. Not in somewhere else. No, sorry. What could be, of course you could have won the lotto and still be here. But it's really pretty unlikely to happen, isn't it? It's pretty scary. Excuse me. Now, there are 3 things you can do, though, that might help you to win. So, I expect you'd like to know what they are. So the first one is to become a charity and apply for a grant. Do you know how much money they gave away to good causes last year? £1.8 billion. £1.8 billion to good causes. I mean, that's a lot of money. I looked into it. Apparently, retired maths teachers' holiday fund doesn't count as a good cause. Unfortunately. But That is quite amazing. But if you're not a charity, then you need something else. Now, the next one applies particularly to anyone who does actually quite regularly play the lottery. Anyone admit to occasionally buying a ticket for the lotto here? Yeah, we got it, yeah. I mean, I thought you were saying dumb because, saying quiet rather, because we know that about 60% of the British public regularly buy a lottery ticket. So I think there's more of you out there just prepared to admit it now you've seen the crazy numbers and realise what a mad thing it is to do. But this particularly applies to you, so if you occasionally buy a ticket. So this will guarantee you end up with money in your pocket. Tomorrow, it's a multiple rollover. Jackpot's gone up to over £11 million for tomorrow's lottery jackpot. And so what you need to do is choose your 6 numbers, but don't actually buy a ticket. Watch them not come up, and then think that you're £2 better off. And if you did that Wednesday, Saturday for a whole year, you're £200 better off. I mean, that would pay the heating bill for a few days, wouldn't it? But I know some of you are thinking, what if, supposing I do that, I choose my 6 numbers, and then you're thinking, yeah, but what if they did come up? 45 million to 1, it's not going to happen. But what if it did? Well, I know some of you might think you really do want to buy a ticket after all, and if you really do insist on buying a ticket, well, then you need to choose your numbers carefully to reduce the chance of sharing the money with others. I mean, we don't buy, anybody who buys a lottery ticket, you don't buy it in the hope of getting 3 numbers right and getting 30 quid, do you? 4 numbers, ooh, what was it, 140 quid I think for 4 numbers or something? 5, you get 5 right? Those are the first 5 that came out. Wow, that's exciting. But I'm not interested in the 6th number, £1,750. Thank you, I'll take that. No, we don't really do that. If you buy a lottery ticket, it's to win the jackpot. You want big attention. And the standard prize is £2 million nowadays if you get all 6 numbers right, unless you have to share it with others. And we don't want to do that. So let me just take you back a little bit. Just how to win big on the lottery. Just take yourself back and imagine you bought a ticket for the Saturday draw on the 14th of January 1995. Those are the numbers that came up. And in those days, the lottery was televised, the draw was televised, so I'm sure some of you must remember that. And it was a multiple rollover. Jackpot was over £16 million. Just suppose for a minute, just suppose you had that ticket in your hand and you saw those 6 numbers come up. Wow. What are you going to do? Phone your friends, tell them how excited you are, tell them you're going to take them all on a big holiday, and then suddenly panic and think, hang about. I've told my friends, one of them might come round, breaking the house and steal my ticket. Because in those days, I mean, but still, you have to wait until the following morning to find out exactly how much you won. And you're thinking, well, even I had to share it with a couple of people, that's still a multi-millionaire, I'm in for the money here. So, you go to sleep that night, actually you probably don't sleep that night, do you? You've got a ticket worth, you think, £16 million. Maybe 2, 4 people, I mean, if 4 people share, you're still going to get 4 million, multi-millions. That sounds great. Sunday morning, isn't that extraordinary? Sunday morning, you think you're a multi-millionaire, and Camelot announced. I remember hearing it actually on the news Sunday morning. 133 people had the same winning ticket. Each winning £122,510. Well, and nice, but you thought you were a millionaire. Why, that should never have happened. So mathematically, the number of people who should win the distribution, the number of people who should share or get the numbers right for the jackpot, follows what we call the Poisson distribution, after a French mathematician called Poisson, nothing to do with the fish. And so I put the numbers into a calculator and worked out what the chances of that happening were. And the chances of over 100, just over 100, the probability of having over 100 people getting it right. I mean, they did sell a lot of tickets for that weekend because it was a monthly rollover. Now that in itself is weird. I mean, presumably people have a certain amount of money that they think they can afford to spend on the national lottery each week. To win £2 million to become a millionaire. But if it's a rollover, oh, I can find some more money. And they buy more tickets. It really makes sense if you think about it. Anyway, where was I? So, they won that money. The probability of that many people winning, so it should have been on average 4, in fact, for the number of tickets sold, mathematically. The probability of there being over 100 winners is just over 1 times 10 to the minus 16. To put that into a bit of context for some of you maybe not mathematicians, that's 1 in 1,000 million. Should never happen. But that's assuming that people choose their lottery numbers randomly. And they don't. Look at the numbers that came up. Nicely spread out. 1 single digit, 1 in the 10s, 1 in the 20s, 1 in the 7 apparently is a lucky number considered by a lot of people. 2 in the 30s, you've got to have 2 somewhere in those days because you could only go up to 49, and 1 in the 40s. Nicely spread out. Of course, as I said, it wasn't 45 million combinations in those days. In those days, you could only choose up to 49 tickets, so 49 C6 on your grandson's calculator comes to 13,983,816. So just under 14 million combinations, but still an awful lot. People don't choose their numbers randomly, folks. So my tip for you, if you want to improve your chances of winning big on the lottery, if foolish enough to buy a ticket in the first place, like a lot of people, is to choose a combination that you're pretty confident other people won't be choosing. Don't spread them out nicely. Choose 5 or 6 in a row. What? He's mad. That would never come up. Trust me, they're just as likely to come up as any other combination. Sounds weird. Or, here's something people wouldn't do. Choose the numbers that came up last week. No one's going to choose that. Happened once in Bulgaria. In the national lottery, same numbers came up 2 weeks in a row. Caused a national outbreak. Must be a fix. Can't possibly be hacked. It's bound to happen at some stage. Not very often. But it is bound to happen. So, I mean, the numbers that people spend on the lottery are quite amazing. Yeah, children in need. Anybody see children in need this year? Fantastic. There is over £33 million for children in need. But what went into all that? All those people doing those sponsored things, all the effort that went into that. I mean, great, fantastic. £33 million. Supposing next year we simplify things. For 1 week, just 1 week, not the whole year, 1 week, let's get every Briton to give half the money they normally spend on the lottery to children in need. That would nearly treble the amount of money raised. Britons spend £157 million on average each week on the national lottery. It's a bit scary, really. I have a suspicion that it's the people who can least afford it who spend the most as well, but that's beside the point. Well, I hope you've enjoyed seeing some numbers tonight. Numbers are fascinating. I love numbers. Thank you very much for listening.
Denman, thank you so much, Nick.